if you see the traction control off warning in your Toyota, it's very likely that you just turned off the traction control and you need to turn it on again. And for this, you need to find the traction control button, press it shortly, and now you need to see the message saying traction control on instead of that traction control off message. And if it's so, there is nothing wrong with your car, it's everything okay. You may just not go to the dealership and forget about any diagnostics. But there is obviously a problem if this traction control off error message is accompanied by the check engine light, or you didn't press the traction control button and you still see the traction control off warning. In this case, I have a big article on my blog explaining why this can happen, and you can read it. It's linked in the description. Now I will shortly explain why this may happen. And in most cases, this is the battery issue. So the 12-volt battery is low and the brains of your car are glitching a little bit, and you just need to recharge or maybe replace the 12-volt battery if it's older than 4 or 5 years, and the problem may disappear. Now, before replacing or recharging the battery, you may need to just measure the voltage, and if it's lower than 12 volts, then the battery is done. If it's 12.5 volts and over, when the car is turned off, then you're good to go. It's not the battery. Now, what else can trigger this traction control off warning? Well, this may be any ABS sensor, because the ABS sensors, they count the rotations of each wheel in your Toyota, and if one of the sensors is disconnected or broken, it will send wrong readings or no readings to the ABS control unit, and the traction control relies heavily on these readings, so the traction control will not work when there is something wrong with the ABS system. So checking the ABS sensors is one of the key things you can do to tackle this issue. And finally, there may be the software glitch. Now, how can you solve the software glitch? You can disconnect the battery in your Toyota for 5 or 7 minutes, and after you connect this battery back, this software glitch may reset. So the engine control unit or any other control unit that takes part in the traction control, it may reset when you disconnect the battery. And when you connect it back, everything should come back to normal. Now, these are just common issues that very often trigger this problem with the traction control off error message, but there are tons of issues that can be the reason for this problem. So you may need to get a good OBD2 scanner, plug it into your car and see what codes the control modules show. It shouldn't be just a cheap scanner that will only communicate with the ECU. It should be a good scanner that can check the codes in all different kinds of control units. And with the help of the scanner, you will easily understand what actually triggers this traction control off error message, in case nothing which I said before helped you identify the problem. Can you drive with this issue? Well, if you see the traction control off error message, you can actually drive. But be careful, because the behavior of your car on the road, especially on the slippery road, may be a little bit different, and you may need to drive slowly and carefully.